You wake up, meditate for 10 minutes like a good little productivity monk, open your email and boom, your biggest client just ghosted you. Your Instagram ad got flagged for emotional damage, and ChatGPT wrote better copy than you in 4 seconds. Welcome to modern entrepreneurship, where everything seems like it's on fire, but only your hopes are actually burning. Let's get one thing straight: you are not lazy, incapable, or doomed. You're just trying to run a business in a world that updates faster than your Wi-Fi. The truth is, you don't need more hacks, more hustle, or another 10x cold email strategy. What you need is a mindset that keeps you from flipping your laptop every time something doesn't go your way. Enter Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that basically says, chill out, focus on your stuff, stop crying about the rest. Stoicism is basically a life cheat code. Back in ancient times, before influencer marketing, Zoom calls, or $14 iced matcha, there were Stoics. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca who, despite wearing sandals with zero arch support, drop truth bombs still relevant today. Their golden rule? There are only 2 types of things in life. The stuff you can control, like your thoughts, your effort, and your Wi-Fi password, and the stuff you can't, like the economy, other people's opinions, and why your dog always barks during Zoom calls. This is called the dichotomy of control, and it's your new business BFF.in 2025. Forbes published a study showing that entrepreneurs who embrace this mindset display 27% more emotional stability and double the recovery rate from failures. Translation: Stoic thinkers don't panic when their funnel flops, they pivot like startup ninjas. They don't break keyboards, they build systems. They don't scream at Slack, they rewrite the strategy. And most importantly, they understand that clarity, not chaos, is the ultimate competitive edge. Side hustle burnout is real. Let's talk hustle. And I mean real hustle, not the fake kind where you post coffee selfies and claim to be grinding while watching Netflix. As of July 2025, only 27% of US adults have a side hustle. That's down significantly from 2023, when nearly 39% were juggling extra gigs just to keep their avocado toast dreams alive. According to Bankrate, this dip is because wage growth finally outpaced inflation, meaning folks don't need to Uber their way through life just to pay rent. But here's where it gets spicy. While fewer people are side hustling, the ones that remain, dead serious about legacy, passion, and autonomy. They're not chasing pennies, they're building something that feels good. And guess what? Stoicism helps them do it without losing their minds. These are the people who see every setback as part of the origin story. They're journaling in coffee shops while the rest of us are rage scrolling. And they're proof that quiet commitment always outperforms loud pretending. The response gap, your brain's secret chill button. Okay, let's say your launch tanked, your app crashed, and your intern deleted your only good TikTok draft. Do you cry in your car while listening to sad lo-fi? B, fire everyone, including yourself? C, activate your Stoic response gap? Answer, C. Always C. This response gap is the sacred space between chaos and reaction. Stoics called it self-mastery. In modern terms, it's the difference between tweeting your rage and actually solving the problem. In 2025, leaders trained in Stoic practice were shown to have better decision-making under pressure, especially during market volatility and PR flops. Thank you, Forbes and LinkedIn Pulse memos. When you don't react like a caffeinated squirrel every time something breaks, your business and your sanity wins. You stop being the bottleneck and start being the calm in the storm. You breathe before blasting an all-caps email. And you remember, delayed reactions build legendary reputations. Amor, Fati, loving your misfortunes. Let's get romantic with fate. Amor Fati is Latin for love of fate. And no, it's not a perfume. It's the Stoic idea that you don't just accept bad things, you embrace them like a weird uncle at a reunion. Lost a client? Good. You've just cleared space for a better one. Product flopped? Great. Now you know what not to do. Olympic gold medalist Mark Tudert used Amor Fati to overcome injury and depression before skating his way to glory. Billionaire investor Robert Rosencrantz calls Stoicism his guiding light, saying it helped him stay composed when his deals went sideways. This isn't spiritual mumbo-jumbo. This is turning disasters into dinner, because guess what? Your audience doesn't fall in love with your perfection. They fall in love with your bounce back. Daily rituals that keep you from throwing your laptop. No Stoic mindset is complete without a daily reset. And no, this isn't just journaling with a fancy pen next to a latte. This is claritytherapy.in 2025. Real Simple and Entrepreneur.com both found that journaling was still the #1 practice among emotionally stable leaders. Not morning routines, not green smoothies, just brutally honest pen-to-paper reflection. What did you control today? What did you screw up? What can you do better? Modern entrepreneurs like Justin Welsh have turned these rituals into rocket fuel for their clarity and output. Daily writing grounds your decision-making like a lightning rod for anxiety. It's low-tech, low-cost, and 100% side-effect-free. Unless you count the smudges. Your pain equals your plot twist. Newsflash: nobody wants to hear about your 7-figure launch unless it comes with a faceplant. This is where Stoicism and storytelling become best friends at a startup happy hour. The 3 parts of any powerful story are: something goes wrong. You handle it badly at first. You grow and win because it went wrong. Congratulations, you've just created a Stoic arc. In 2025, storytelling isn't about flexing. It's about connecting. The Stoic entrepreneur knows their audience doesn't want the fairy tale, they want the war story. And not one with fake blood. Real scars. Real strategy. If your latest failure feels like a disaster, remember, you're just in Act 2. The audience is still watching. They're rooting for you. Don't roll the credits just yet. Gig economy stats for the nerds. Let's nerd out on numbers. As of mid-2025, the gig economy reached $556.7 billion globally, with projections to hit $2.15 trillion by 2033. If that doesn't get your entrepreneurial blood pumping, I don't know what will. Gen Z leads the hustle race with 48% of them working side gigs, according to Hostinger. Millennials trail close behind at 44%, followed by Gen X at 33%, and Boomers at 23%, which proves 2 things. Hustle is generational. Even grandma might be reselling NFTs. But while the market is huge, income varies wildly. Most side hustlers earn $51 to $250 per month, and only 1% crack $4,000 per month. So no, you're not behind. You're just not pretending to make $100,000 per month in front of a rented Lamborghini. Control the inner empire. If you're waiting for the world to calm down before you thrive, congrats, you're going to be waiting forever. The Stoic mindset isn't about waiting. It's about building calm within chaos. It's about showing up when everything else is falling apart, including your y-fi.as. Marcus Aurelius said, probably while side-eyeing a scroll, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. 2025 is not forgiving to the emotionally unstable. AI will move faster. The market will fluctuate. That annoying influencer will still be richer than you. But your clarity, that's your secret weapon. Let's recap with 0 fluff and 100% fire. You're an entrepreneur in 2025. The rules are changing weekly. You can't control trends, clients, or your mother-in-law's opinions. But you can control your effort, your reaction, and your narrative. That's not small, it's everything. Stoicism isn't a philosophy. It's a user manual for your brain. It turns you into someone who doesn't flinch when plans implode. Someone who thrives, adapts, and tells the story anyway, so next time your pitch falls flat, your product flops, or your audience goes silent, take a breath and smile. You're not broken. You're just in the middle of the best chapter. If this video hit you harder than your morning espresso, hit that like button. Subscribe for more brutally honest mindset tools and communication mastery. Drop your favorite Stoic quote or biggest entrepreneurial faceplant in the comments. I read every single one, and I'll probably laugh with you.